This is a Math Bowl. This is Paul Fonstad from Franklin College in Franklin, Indiana.
Yeah, so this is the best of MathBowl. It does have a score sheet if you want to play along at home. I put it in the chat section so you could download it. Or if you just have a blank sheet of paper nearby, just need room for 20 lines because there are 20 questions. And these are some of the best of the questions that I have used for past Math Bowls. Question categories for tonight's event. From the 2019 Math Bowl, I chose Math Time. From the 2018 Math Bowl, I picked Rebus Math as a category. From the 2017 Math Bowl, I picked Ode to ODE. And as I was mentioning to Brian just before we started, I've been kicking around a bunch of different ideas, had to come up with one new one. So Elf on a Shelf is our final round, and that is the new category that I created just for this event. Go ahead and start off. Each category, I'm going to give you one sample just so you get an idea for the category, and then we'll go through the problems. So, said first round is called Math Time. Each screen will present two different accomplishments related to math history. Your task is simply to determine which one happened first. So you either have to choose A or B, which one was first, which one was second. So as an example, I've got Eratosthenes calculates the circumference of the Earth would be A, or Columbus discovers the Americas would be B. And in this case, the correct answer in this example is, of course, Eratosthenes calculating the circumference of the Earth. So that's basically the type of question in this category. Again, there'll be 5 questions that I'll go through. So if everybody's ready, let's go ahead and dive in. So, which occurred first? The Yajurveda makes the first reference to the concept of infinity, or Indian texts first reference the concept of zero. One of these happened before the other. Yajurveda makes first reference to the concept of infinity, or Indian texts first reference the concept of zero. And if you are ready, Yajurveda actually made references to the concept of infinity in the 8th century BCE, roughly 5 centuries before the concept of zero was first referenced. So interestingly, infinity was thought of before zero. Okay, one question down. Let's try another one. Which one happened first? Euclid writes his masterpiece, The Elements, book we're all familiar with, or Zeno creates his paradoxes of motion, including Achilles and the tortoise. And 2 famous things from ancient Greek history this time. And correct answer. In this case, Euclid's Elements were written about 350 BCE. Zeno's paradoxes of motion were 450 BCE. So B, Zeno's paradoxes, is the correct answer. Okay. Round 1, question 3. Which one occurred first? Leibniz publishes his first paper on calculus, or Newton publishes his first paper on calculus? Always sort of a interesting debate who has discovered calculus, Newton or Leibniz. Which one published first is the question in this case. And if everybody is ready, Leibniz published in 1684. Newton didn't publish until 1687. So even though arguably to historians Newton got the idea first, Leibniz did publish first. He was the first one to actually publish his ideas. Try 2 more. Which one occurred first? Pi was proven to be a transcendental number, or E was proven to be a transcendental number? Arguably the 2 most important transcendental numbers in all of mathematics. Which one did we know, though, was transcendental first? And if you're ready. So E was proven to be transcendental in 1873, It took pi until 1882. So the correct answer is B. The natural number E was actually the first one of these two to be proven to be transcendental. Final round, final question of the first round, I should say. Which one occurred first? Did Wansel prove that you can't trisect any angles using only Euclid's rules? Or did Abe prove that you can trisect any given angle using origami and the associated axioms and postulates with that? So is it proven impossible in Euclid first, or did Abe prove it was possible in origami? If we're ready. So Wansel proved that you can't trisect an angle in 1837. Interestingly, it wasn't proven until 1970 by Abe that you can trisect any angle using origami. So in this case, A is the correct answer. And that does it for our first round. So from here, let's go into round 2, rebus math. So each rebus pictogram puzzle will be a picture representation of a mathematical term or phrase. Your task then is to determine that mathematical term or phrase. And for these, what I'll do is I'll give you the picture. I'll then give you a hint about what the answer is. And then I'll tell you what the answer is. And after I give you the hint, I'll ask if anybody wants to chime in. If you want to type in your guesses into the comments, I will give you time for that. So wait until after I ask for it. But if you want to make your guesses known, go for it. And here's again an example. This one is the 4-color theorem. So if you look at the picture there, you can see it's the word theorem written in 4 different colors. Therefore, that was a 4-colored theorem. Okay, let's try the first question here. Let me give a hint. It's not a cowboy dot. And yeah, I see Jeff has it in the chat. It is a saddle point. So let's do question 2. And the hint is, if you're thinking functions, you might be onto something. If you're thinking functions, you might be onto something. Any guesses as to what this one is? Yep, first part is 1-to-1. Yeah, the phrase is, it is bijection. It's 1-to-1 and onto. So, okay, number 3. Give a hint. I found this one particularly touching at one point. And if anybody wants to chime in, comments? Yep, and I see, yep, 3 people got this one. Yep, tangent plane is the correct answer. Well done. Okay. Round 4. And your hint, it's not Buzz Lightyear's style of math on trees. Okay, and the answer, or if anybody has it, at least one person typed it in. Yep, finite geometry. Finite geometry. So, well done. And sadly, the last one for this round. Definitely a tricky one. Yeah, it's not a hairy A sequence. And yep, any guesses? One person got it, Jeff Denny. Furry A series, a furry A series. It's an A, it's furry. Yeah. That seems like a good as place as any to end this round on. So 2 rounds down, 2 more to go. Yep, and there's our Fourier series. Do round 3 now. So round 3 is an ode to ODE and math. So importantly, the answer to each question is a math term which contains the letters ODE in its spelling. So every single one of these, the answer is a math term which contains the letters ODE when you spell it. So for instance, the M in SCUDIM stands for modeling. And modeling has the ODE in it. So, got the idea for this one. Let's dive on in. Round 3, question 1. A fixed point on a phase portrait could be a stable or an unstable this. A fixed point on a phase portrait could be a stable or an unstable this. Let me give you the hint. See 3 people got it. It's a 4-letter word, not just a point, but a... Yeah, Cecil was the first one to get it. And yep, it is a node. So, well done. Okay, getting the hang of this. Let's try a second one. One of the 3 measures of central tendency is this. One of the 3 measures of central tendency is this. It's not mean, not median. And Malia, I believe, was the first one to get that it is mode. Well done. Okay, let's try another one. Round 3, question 3. The Enigma machine could do this to a message. The Enigma machine could do this to a message. And I do accept 2 different answers here, which is why I have it written there. I can't really say what that is. But if I ran it through an Enigma machine, what that would have come out as is either encode or decode. It could either encode or decode a message. So yep, and I had both answers in the chat. So nicely done. Question 4. In geometry, this is the shortest path between 2 points. Slightly longer, trickier words here. In geometry, this is the shortest path between 2 points. Yep. And it's more specific than a straight line. Did have 1 person get it in the comments. Yep, now 2. Answer is a geodesic. So geodesic being the shortest distance, or shortest path between 2 points. Well done. Final one for ode to ODE. A regular polyhedron with 12 faces is called this. A regular polyhedron with 12 faces is called this. It's not an octahedron or icosahedron. I think Malia was the first one to get this one again. It is a dodecahedron. So, well done. So that does it for round 3. Means there is 1 more round to go. So final round, final set of questions. And this is the new one that I came up with. There were memes going around about Christmas time that inspired this. Elf on a Shelf is round 4. Each answer is a math term on a rhyming word. So just like elf on a shelf rhymes, it's a math term on a rhyming word. So to give you an example, here we have a sign on a wine. You can see it's a sine curve, goes through the right points. It's on a nice glass of red wine. So sign on a wine. So that is the level of question and quality you can expect from this round. Good, bad, indifferent, however you feel about it. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Question 1. Most people are getting it. It's not addition on a finger. I think Kate was the first person to chime in. It is sum on a thumb. Well done. Got that one quickly. Okay, let's try another one. Yeah, it's not difference of squares on a combine. I believe Jeff was the first one to get this one. Factor on a tractor. And yeah, a lot of people got this one too. You got the idea of this. Good. Go to question 3. Yeah, it's not complete bipartite on a termite. And I apologize for mispronouncing it. I think it was Ragiv who got it correctly. And it is a graph on a giraffe. Oops, went through there. Yep, graph on a giraffe. So, okay, question 4. And it's not average on a caffeinated beverage. And a number of you are getting this one already. It is mean on a bean. That's question 4. That means that this one will be our final one. Round 4, question 5. Yep, it's not saddle on a pony. Direction of the arrows definitely matters. Cecil was the first person to get it. Source on a horse is the correct answer. So, that does it. Hope you all enjoyed the best of the Math Bowl competition. Always a great time running these competitions, always a great time doing these. So thank you for playing along.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. This has been great fun, and I think we had only about 35 people, but nobody left. And they wanted more and more and more. By the way, if you are interested, Paul does this kind of work. We support him with honorariums. So if you wanted to engage him in some local competition, especially now that we're remote, I'm sure he'd be glad to consider that. The other thing is the past math bowls that Paul have designed for the SIMIODE challenge using differential equations modeling, so-called SCUDM. Those are all online at SIMIODE, and you can search them out. And there's some real groaner puns that he really likes to get to us on those. So, you know, enjoy them. And again, thank you very much, Paul, for your time and your creativity. we'll take a 10-minute break, and hopefully the leaders of the social breakout are around, and we'll meet in the various rooms 1, 2, and 3. So take time, enjoy your fellowship. And again, thanks very much, Paul. It's been great.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Brian. I'm just going to share my screen very quickly just to show everyone the breakout social groups. So in room 1, we have Tracy. Room 2 will be Ian, and Brian himself will be in room 3. And again, all of these social groups will be taking place within Sakoko. So I'm just going to show you here in Sakoko very quickly. Again, once you enter room 1, room 2, or room 3, go ahead and come to the top right-hand corner. You'll see this little Sakoko logo, and to the right of that, a drop-down arrow. Go ahead and turn on your microphone and turn on your video. And just like that, you will be chatting and interacting with the rest of the social group.
Okay, we'll see you there in a few minutes. 8 o'clock, we'll try to start, okay?
All righty.